What's going on, guys? Super Deathbot back here with another review of Storm Collectibles Ryu from Street Fighter V. I want to start this review off with a bang and let you know that I know jack shit about Street Fighter. Like, less than nothing. So I'm not going to pretend to be like a fanboy or know, like, really what any of his moves are or anything like that. I played it when I was a kid and stuff like that, and there's no hate on Street Fighter or anything. I was just always a Mortal Kombat guy. Also, Toys R Us was selling an import, and it was like $55, and I was like, I want to know what the Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat are going to be like, so I'm going to buy this, and I did. And my buddy also said it was one of his favorites, so I decided to check it out. One of the reasons I like this figure is I like the exaggerated proportions. I think it's cool, especially in like a figure form. The hands are big, and I know the video game is like that too, but I know the Mortal Kombat figures they did. They're video game, but they're also stylized in Storm's own way. There are some really cool parts of this figure, and there are some parts that they're not terrible. I wish they were a little more is all. I think overall, though, it's a great figure. We'll start off with articulation and paint and sculpt like I usually do. I think the paint apps on him are pretty good. I like the flesh tones. I like the worn and weathering of the suit. I think they did a good job sculpting the wrinkles. I like when they make stuff out of rubber or soft goods so it doesn't hinder the articulation. I was looking at my buddy's, and his had a lot more black in it, and I thought that they kind of messily threw it on his tunic or gi, if you will. But mine seems to have less, so I'm pretty excited about that. I think they did a better job maybe on this one. Sorry, bro. So that's cool. As you can see, sculpt work, really good. Paint work really good. Even the symbols on the belt, kind of hard to see close up, but on the belt, the lettering is really clean on his gloves. All the paint work is pretty neat and tidy. I don't really have any issues with that at all. Sculpt, really cool. He comes with removable face plates. He comes with a bunch of alternate hands, and he does come with an effect. So, paint and sculpt, knocked down. Let's move on to some articulation. His arms go up pretty high, you know. Can't really knock that height. I mean, it's out of the frame. I can't even really go back far enough for that. What up, guys? You know, they move back and forth. There's like a swivelly joint in his chest, like a butterfly joint in there. So not only does his arm move, but it has a butterfly joint, which gives really good range of motion. It's kind of cool that, like, if his arm reaches back, you see that pop out of the shirt. It's not just like a hole or anything like that. The pectoral muscle comes out with it, which is pretty cool. Double jointed elbows, which I think is really nice. Always needed on figures. Wrist articulation is good. Front and back, side to side. He does have ab crunch. His gi kind of does hinder it a little bit, but not too much. Also, this does come off. I'm not going to take it off because I found it to be a real pain in the ass, and I don't really want to go through that again. Maybe another time when I'm comparing him to Mortal Kombat figures and stuff, I'll have him out of that. His leg goes up pretty high. He has double jointed knees up. Here you see one of my gripes with him. Could be just mine, but the feet fall off pretty easily. He can turn left and right, so that's pretty good. He does have ankle rocker. That's my other gripe, is for someone who needs to get in the poses that he needs to get into, I wish his ankle rocker was a little more. It's not a deal breaker by any means. I still think you can get him into the poses he needs to get into, and I don't think it really is bad or anything like that. I just wish, like, going down this far, that you could get his foot to be flat. Like I said, it's not the biggest deal in the world. It's not like a don't buy this figure or anything. It would have just been cooler if his feet were flat. So that's pretty much, I always jump around. I'm sorry if I miss anything. I'm still getting, used to doing this this whole review thing and covering everything that I can. But that's pretty much, I think that's good on articulation. I might have missed the head. It does go left and right pretty good, and it does go front and back, but not like a crazy amount. But, if you pose him right and you need to, he can look up or he can look down, no problem. So I don't really think that's an issue. Now, let's go over some of the stuff that he comes with. Let me put him in a cooler pose than that. Nobody wants to see him with dirt face the whole time while I'm showing you this other stuff. I mean, I'd like to think that you're paying attention to the other stuff that I'm showing you, but let's be honest, we all zone off, and nobody wants to see him just derping around. Alright, so, additionally, he comes with 2 faceplates. They pop right off and just go on. You don't have to take the head off or anything. I kind of made that mistake. His neck peg is pretty long, and his neck's like rubbery, and so is his chest, so it's like an 1.5 inch long neck peg, so it's kind of a pain in the ass to get back on. So be careful of that if you think you have to take his head off to change the faceplate. He comes with those 2 open hands, you can see. He comes with 2 closed fists. And I really dig the detail and the paint on all this stuff that they gave you. I mean, I can't knock any of it. It's really nice. He comes with 2 more kind of, sorry, that's the wrong hand for that. 2 more like semi-open palm hands, I guess I'd call them. And then 2 completely, or maybe is it, I don't know, I'm getting some of these, one of them is completely open. I might have mixed up on his head. They're all kind of similar, except for this one's really open. The other ones that, the other one that comes with it is, it's got these 2 fingers kind of closed. So, those are it for hands and faceplates. He does come with his cool effect. I think they did a really, really nice job on this. You can see the translucency. You can see the detail. And then it comes with another ring to throw on the front. So I think that's pretty cool. I think it's a really, really nice effect. My friend also has M. Bison, which I may order just because I think he's a really cool figure, and his effects are beautiful. I think they're doing a really, really good job, and I do actually have the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Akuma coming, who I think his effects are really awesome too. This can move. I'm not sure if that serves a purpose or anything like that, but it can. And then this can also be separated. You can use for other effects. I always like to combine my effects with other figures and stuff like that. That's part of the reason I buy so many different lines and brands, is you get a bunch of different things, and I like to see how companies do them and the work that people put into them. So that part of it is really cool. When you open him, he does not come with his bandana in, so that was one of my other tiny little gripes. It's not bad, but kind of a little gripe. Mine comes out super easy. Sometimes if you just touch it, once again, sometimes some of this stuff is a figure-to-figure basis, and it's really not that big of a deal to me. I mean, I probably won't, but if you plan on keeping the figure, you could really just glue it if you had to. But overall, you can get him into some really awesome poses. I think the paint work on him is really, really nice. I dig the amount of hands that they gave you, and they're made out of kind of like a softer rubber, so they're not going to break or chip or anything like that. His skin is kind of squishy, made of like a rubber or silicone or something like that. Even this plastic, it's hard plastic, but it has kind of like a rubberized feel to it. So I mean, the feel of the actual figure in hand is really cool. You can get some awesome stuff for it, and like I said, I don't know much about Street Fighter or anything like that, but I really dig the figure, and I think he's pretty cool, and I think I'm going to love the Mortal Kombat ones, because I know a great deal more about Mortal Kombat than I do this. So if you're into Street Fighter, or maybe even if not, but you're looking to get a pretty awesome figure and, you know, maybe have some Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter action going on, I'd say pick them up. The price tag is not that bad compared to a lot of other figure companies. These average around $45 to $55 shipped, and for the figure you get, that's a pretty good deal. I will show you quickly. These are 1/12 scale, but just so you can see like the actual size of him. I wasn't even gonna do it on this one because he's been in like all my other reviews, but who do I have right next to me? I got Deadpool. So here is a regular 6-inch figure next to Ryu, and he's, you know, about an inch taller than him. I got Loki over here, so we can swap that out. And same thing, because Loki's maybe a 1/4 inch taller than Deadpool, and Ryu is still taller than him. So there's some height comparison. Like I said, overall, really cool figure. Wish I maybe knew more about him for you guys, so sorry about that, but just wanted to review him because I thought he was really cool. And he also does come with this Street Fighter stand. It's pretty cool. I don't really use many of these things, so they kind of just stay in the box, but I do like when they come with the stuff. So hopefully this helped you out. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.